Hi guys, I thought we'd take a break from the MR2 this week and look at this. A Celica GT4. This is my 1994 Toyota Celica GT4. I've had this car since 2013 and it's had many changes in that time. This is currently the fourth engine in this car. The first engine was completely stock, had a hybrid turbo, that was about it. I went to an Motec M4, had that for a few years, decided to change up to a Link Monsoon, added launch control to the car and killed the car pretty much straight away using launch control. I then forged the engine, had the engine built. I had put Carrillo rods, Wasner pistons, ALP heads, ALP mains, HKS head gasket, and then put Devil's Own meth kit on it, pre-throttle. Had a 3076. That was all on an 86mm block. And that lasted for probably 2 years. Maybe just under. I blew it up at Snetterton at a sprint. On the practice lap, I cracked the block. I think I did the damage on the way to Snetterton. That's another story. This third engine, or third built engine, has got CP pistons on an 86mm 3SGE block. Stock head gaskets, stock head bolts, stock mains, stock rods. With a Garrett 2871R. I have Aquamist meth, so I have port injection, pre-throttle and pre-turbo meth, which isn't currently mapped on the car. I never get around to doing it. Car doesn't get driven a lot at the moment. The reason we went for this build was, at the time I was using it purely as a race car. It was doing sprints, track days, and the 3076 made sense. I decided that the car was too valuable to be doing sprints in it anymore. This is the longest build. So I think we built this in 2020 in the November. So that was 4 years ago. It is now done about 25,000 miles since then, and it's spot on. So I decided this year that this car was going to be used for sprinting. Even though it is worth a stupid amount of money. I used to have the Yaris, so we'll probably talk about the Yaris another time, but that was a sick car, and I probably should never have got rid of it. So this year we got invited to the Nissan Sprint. I took this first round of Blighton. It won its class and it won the entire event by a long way. Currently on Continental tyres, so I didn't even have semi-slicks on the car at the time. So let's have a look at the interior. So I've got the TRD dials, 300 kilometers per hour, changed to miles per hour. Blitz boost gauge, which has been in here about 11 years. And code steering wheel. big up. Here's the Aquamist gauge. Like I say, it's not wide in at the moment, but the rest of it is in here. Pioneer head unit because, you know, apparently ice. I have some funky Pioneer door speakers as well. That it's a race car, I don't really use them. Cobra Monaco Pros, my first bucket seat. I've had these in here for about 10 years. They need replacing, but I never get round to it because I'm too tight. Here we have 2 buttons. So this top one used to be the ASBO button. So when I had a Link, this was meth and pops and bangs and launch control. It currently does nothing, but it will be for this when I get this mapped in. Bottom one is high and low boost. Down here there is, down here is actually a turbo timer. I don't think I've ever used it. It's HKS one, but it is hidden away in there. Carbony, what make is that? D1 spec eBay. In the back we've got no luxuries. Got meth tank and meth pump. I built this, the carpet's all fallen out. Let me just, we'll probably cut this out so it looks less stupid. There we go. So over here I made this little bracket for the relays. So we've got fog light, fuel pump, the wideband controllers on a separate relay. And then over here it's the meth relay. Battery in the boot. There's no spare in here. Fire extinguisher and death harness. Before anyone says anything, yes, I know it's a death harness. I need a harness bar in the back. I really need a cage, but I don't want to spend the money on a cage because I am that tight. So here's where the magic happens. So down here we have headlight remove for a cold air vent. Into this blitz filter. I ripped out, basically when I built this last time, I ripped out all the wiring and I remade the looms. It was COVID, so it gave me something to do. So all the loom in this is custom. So all this fan controller crap and fuse boxy grabbings down here is gone. These are my 2 relays for the fans that are in here. We have a custom fan shroud that was made with 2 Mishimoto 12-inch fans. Got a Funk turbo blanket, and this is all custom downpipe, which has been heat wrapped. 2871. As you can see, meth, and then you probably can't see, but each individual, so that's what these are. Meth. Meth. We love meth. It's the answer to everything. Mishimoto rad. What else can we say? Stock manifold. All this, everything you can see under here is custom. I made everything. So we've got Yaris coil and plugs. I made this catch can with AN10 lines, pew, and then welded in the back there by Tom. Fuel pressure regulator with fuel pressure sensor on it. We have all AN lines, so we've got AN6 fuel lines to the rail down here with ID 1050cc injectors. So the main loom comes down here. It's hidden down the back of the engine, and then the only one that comes down here is the alternator and the wideband. The rest of it's all hidden away. Anyone that's worked on these will know they're a twat. Got a 3-inch pipe that comes down here round into Evo core. I think it's an Evo 6 or something, OEM core. We have BC's lovely TRD cap, TRD filter down there somewhere, can you see that? Ooh, bougie! And that's my oil feed off there. What else can I show you? Beat rush panel, the cam belt I did last year because I spat a shim doing too many launch controls. Yeah, so I've had to turn it off, although I put pops and bangs back on because I am a child. So we have Continental Sport Contact 7s. These are incredible tyres if anyone's looking for tyres. On the track they perform like a semi-slick. I think they're a 200 tread wear. I'll have a look in a minute. We have genuine rotor GTRs on some black diamond drilled and grooved discs, PBS Pro Track pads. If you don't have PBS, buy them immediately because these are incredible track pads with some heat in them. They're absolutely incredible. On the back, same again. I bought a set of 225 4018 XO. So look, what load rate? 240 tread wear. So yeah, they're pretty close. Stop tech pads, they need to go. White line anti-roll bar in there somewhere. Polybushed the whole rear end. HKS silent power, back and mid. Then I've got a 3-inch Fensport front pipe. Oh yeah, pardon me. Let's get a better look at that. Lovely exhaust. Proper Jap can. Should we go drive it? Master ECU. This turbo setup is incredible for a 3S on a road car. I mean, I'd like a little bit more. I'd like to go up to a 25/660 at some point, especially if I'm going to be using it more for sprinting. But I haven't decided what's going on between this and the MR2 yet. The MR2 might become a race car. I'm not entirely sure. Let me know in the comments below what you think. We're just cruising along at 50 here. I can hear the diff or the rear bearings, I don't know what it is, but they sound horrendous. It's so annoying. Other than that, I can have a conversation in here. Before, when I had the nurse back, it was just quite literally, wah, and you couldn't hear anything. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. We've had a little break from the MR2 for once. This car hopefully will be coming back next month when we're going to the sprint, so we'll get some good footage then. But in the meantime, don't forget to like the video, tell your friends, and please subscribe. The more people I get subscribing, the more cool stuff we can do. Thanks.